What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I waited a little while for this whole video game announcement. There used to be a thing called E3, but they don't do that anymore. So now all these companies basically do these, you know, like for Nintendo, they do a Nintendo Direct, and Sony does their State of Play or whatever they call it, and Xbox does a showcase and whatnot, and then the Summer Games Fest. But anyways, a lot of big game announcements that happened, so I just want to talk about them real quick. I waited till about everyone did their announcements, you know, so I was going to make this video for Wednesday, but I was like, I got stuff I got to do. I'll just wait till everybody has announced all their stuff, so that way I can just talk about the things that I like. So let's get started. There's a whole bunch of things to talk about. Let's first start off, because PlayStation did theirs, and then the Summer Game Fest happened, and then Xbox did theirs, and then Nintendo did theirs. So I'm going to go in line of what I saw. So the first thing I saw, what I was kind of really excited for, is the Toy Story Retro Roundup Collection. This was announced. I think this goes for everybody, but physical editions of the games would be just for PlayStation and Nintendo. I'm looking forward to that. I used to play the old Toy Story 2 game back in the day when I was a kid, so play those again. That would be kind of neat. I never got a chance to play the Super Nintendo one. So that's going to be on that collection, along with like I think like everything from the Game Boy to even from that Buzz Lightyear TV series for a while there. And they added Bugs Life on there. That's going to be really cool. So yeah, that one's I'm looking forward to. I think it even has Toy Story 3, which I heard people have said that's a really good game. So that's going to be interesting to play. I've never heard that before. But yeah, Toy Story Retro Roundup Collection is coming out, so that's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to that. Then PlayStation happened, and a lot of really great announcement happened there. We got longer gameplay footage of the Wolverine game. I'm kind of interested to see how that one is. I'm kind of looking forward to that one. I haven't heard much about it. I really haven't heard much of anything at all about it. I just saw the gameplay footage, so I don't know what really, you know, I don't know much about it. So I'm just looking forward to it because Wolverine's like one of my third favorite comic book character. So yeah, looking forward to that game. That's going to be really, really cool. And I guess that was from the PlayStation one. And I don't know what it is about how games are nowadays. I guess because they use the Unreal Engine, but they all start to look kind of the same to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me or what, but it's just graphically or how like I don't know. They just all start to look the same to me. I don't know what it is. That's just how they are. Then we got the Summer Games Fest. A lot of things got announced at Summer Games Fest. Resident Evil Veronica got announced. I'm looking forward to that one. That one looks pretty cool. Soon they're just gonna have every Resident Evil game remastered or remade, not remastered, but remade into this new engine and whatnot. So that'd be pretty cool. So play it in order of how they were done. So play from 0 all the way up till 9. So we got Code Veronica. No, not Code Veronica. It's just called Veronica. That's another thing. It's not called Code Veronica. It's just Veronica. I hope they would put like Veronica X or something, but maybe it'd be too confusing to call it 10 or something. Then the next one was surprised me. This one actually really surprised me because I heard that it actually got canceled. Like I knew the movie got canceled, and I think by the same time when the movie got canceled, the game got canceled too. And I was like, okay. And then they showed it at the Summer Games Fest, and I'm like, holy crap. So I'm hoping to get that day one. I'm hoping because I'm a big fan of this franchise, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. Yeah, I heard this game got canceled. I literally heard it somewhere that the game got canceled alongside with the movie. Like everything with that thing got canceled, and then this got showed, and I'm like, oh my god, like holy crap, this is cool. So I'm totally looking forward to that. I heard it's gonna be like kind of like this is what I've heard. I heard it's like God of War-esque style of combat and whatnot. So that'd be kind of cool. I thought it'd be more like a Batman Arkham Knight kind of, the Batman Arkham series kind of gameplay. I heard it was gonna be that, but now I heard it's gonna be more akin to how the God of War games play. But either which way, I'm looking forward to it. So that's gonna be a really cool game to try out. I don't know if this is the last part or if this is just part 3. Either which way, Final Fantasy VII Revelations is coming out. That was an announcement. I got the first 2. Still need to play the first 2. I have them both, but finally we get the third one. I don't know if this is the final part or if this is just the part 3 and then there's a fourth one. But either which way, Part 3 is coming out, so I might get started on playing the first one finally. Then this next game, another game got announced. I got confused on this one because I thought this game was supposed to be the actual game, but then I heard this one got announced, so I was like, okay, well, what's this one? Alien Isolation 2. It's a sequel to Alien Isolation that got released back in 2014, so that's a sequel to that, but I thought it was Rogue, Aliens Rogue something. But anyways, Alien Isolation 2 gets announced. I'm excited for that one. I loved that first one. It was really, really good. I think literally when I got a PlayStation 4, that was like the first game I ever played. That and no, it was that. It was that game was the very first game I played. Everyone I knew during that time frame was playing that game because it was actually really, really scary. I loved that game. That was a really fun game. So I can't wait to play that one. Then that was the end for the Summer's Game Fest. Then we move on to Xbox. The only thing that really excited me from the Xbox one, because Halo is going to be on PlayStation, so I might still try to get it for the Xbox, but Gears of War E-Day. I'm looking forward to that one. I was a huge fan of Gears of War. I took a chance on it way back in 2006, and I love that series ever since. So yeah, this is going to take place before the events of, well, obviously the first game, but I think even takes place before the events of Gears of War Judgment, I think, even before that game. So you take on a very rookie, or not rookie, but a very early young Marcus Phoenix and whatnot. And so, yeah, that one I'm looking forward to. And there was another announcement that happened at the Xbox event, but I'll talk about that later because I want to move on to Nintendo real quick. But at the Nintendo one, there wasn't really much that got announced. Now, the only thing that obviously I was kind of excited for was when I talked about it in my Star Fox video was the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. And clearly, yes, that's going to actually be happening. So that did get confirmed. The Ocarina of Time remake has happened. One thing I did notice from that event, and I'm kind of wish more they do this more often with everything, even PlayStation, Xbox. I kind of wish they would do this more because I think it would just make things better for both people who love digital media and physical media. Is that they need to release the digital one for people who love digital. Just release that first, and then later down the line, when they release with everything with it, the physical version. Because I noticed in the Nintendo announcements for a lot of things, they would announce that the digital things would get released first, then the physical things would get released later. And I'm like, that's cool. I like that idea. It, can give me time to save more money and whatnot. So I wish more of these companies do that. So, because I still like buying physical media. So if they could still make it to where you could still buy it in some capacity, even if it's later down the line, like a few months later, I'm fine with that. Release it with everything with it, which segues into the next thing I'm kind of excited for the release, and that is the Kingdom Hearts collection. I'm hoping that comes with everything, even on Kingdom Hearts 3, because I've been really wanting to get back into that series. I played it a long time ago, but I didn't have a chance to buy the PSP version or the 3DS versions. At least I don't know. I know I don't have those. At least I think I don't have those. But I really like to get back into those games. Those were the ones I'm kind of looking forward to. And obviously the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. A lot of things that got announced at the Nintendo Direct were pretty much games that are going to be released on all the other platforms. So, and I don't have a Nintendo Switch 2, so there's nothing I can do about that. And to end the video, we're going to go back to Xbox because there was another thing that got announced, and it makes me so mad because I don't think I'm ever going to get a chance to get one. I think they released the controller separate, so I might have a chance to get that. But they announced the translucent green 25th anniversary Xbox Series X. It's supposed to harken back to the old original Xbox for the Halo 2 Special Edition. They made one now for the Series X. They announced it with a cool trailer and everything like that. When I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, because I'm a huge fan of the color green, and seeing something like translucent green is so cool. I saw that and I just looked at it and I was just like, I'm never gonna get that. I am never gonna get that. They announced it, and I can guarantee you they made a very limited stock, guarantee. And then they announced, then I heard about it later, that Asha Sharma gave everybody who was at the event all of those Xboxes, like a free Xbox, translucent green Xbox. I was like, ah. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that, but I think they announced that you can get the controller separately. You can do that. So hopefully, maybe I can find me one of those 25th anniversary translucent green Xbox controllers. I probably won't even be able to get that either. But that was one of the coolest things. That was probably the most exciting thing from the entire ordeal, was seeing that translucent green Xbox Series X. That's probably like the biggest announcement I saw that made me actually, like, oh my god. But anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about, was stuff that was announced at the what do you call this? Like I'm just going to call it Summer Games Fest, because that's all these companies just announced all these games. Used to be for E3, but now they don't do that anymore. But yeah, all the cool announcements that got announced. And the only other thing that I was looking forward to, other than the Xbox, was that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. That's probably the second thing that I'm looking forward to. If I can get the translucent green Xbox with that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, that'd be awesome. But I doubt I'm going to get that. I highly, highly doubt I'm going to get that. My money's kind of tight right now. So anyways, guys, a lot of great games got announced at that time. So I'm looking forward to a lot of those games. So yeah. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys all on the next one. Y'all take care.